What's up, family? Welcome to another edition of Mr. Parker's Neighborhood. I'm Mr. Parker, and today we're going to New York. We're gonna hang out with the East Coast crew. What's up? I'm here with my brother Derek Mitchell. How are you, sir?
Yo, all is well, Big C. How you feel, man?
All is good, man. I'm glad to see you, man. It's been a while, baby. Been a while.
Right. It's been a while.
But we're gonna talk to them. First, we gotta play a little game. My little game I play for the viewers. My viewers, it's time for you to take a guess at what my guest does. All right, you ready? So first, is he an ex-NBA player, a business owner, a hip-hop artist, a singer, or none of the above? All right, your time's up. Dr. Derek Mitchell, will you please tell them what it is that you does?
Oh, man. First and foremost, I want to say to you, thank you for this opportunity. You know, to reconnect with you is amazing. I know it's God's plan, and I'm just happy to be here. So thank you once again. To get into the situation, currently, I'm a photographer, and I'm also co-host of an internet radio show called WGO Hip Hop Flavor, which airs every Tuesday on Classic Soul 1075.com.
All right. So, yeah, well, we're going to go back in time a little bit. Let's find out really how, hold on. First of all, y'all, there's no more Derek. Derek is gone. It's my brother D-Mitch in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, man. Now, D-Mitch, can you tell the people a little bit about, first of all, where you from and how we got to this point in time?
Yeah, I'm from New York City. I'm a Harlem dude, east side of Harlem. We met a few years back because at one point we were both doing local video shows.
Hold up, Nick. Hold up. No, we ain't gonna let you. Hold on. We're gonna be a joke. We talking about you. What we talking about where you born in school. We building you. We're gonna get to me and you. We want to get to you. We building Mitch first. This the Mitch show, baby.
Oh man. All right. Again, New York City. You know, born and raised from Harlem. Did the high school thing, did the college thing, played ball.
You played ball in high school?
And college, yeah.
And college. Basketball. You a hooper, football. What is? I mean, I understand that.
Basketball.
I just wanted to make sure that everybody say it was a concrete setup. I understand. I know it. I just let them understand that you was a baller.
Yeah. I played ball as a point guard. One of them New York City flashy point guards, crazy handle. I was and one before and one. You know, I was nice, man. I was official with it. True story. Yeah.
And you said a lot by saying that, cause we was a whole lot of something before everybody started catching up on the stuff. We gonna keep guessing on that though.
Right.
What school in what was the high school in New York?
My high school was called Cardinal Hayes, which is located in the Bronx, New York. From high school, I went to a junior college. From junior college, I went to a school of upstate New York called State University of New York at New Paltz.
Okay. Now, as far as the studies in college, what was your major on that note? What was
my major? My major was sociology, so I had my degree in sociology.
See, you was one of them ghetto boys, my mind playing tricks. I see that's why you Mitch. Hey man, we finna learn about Mitch. I'm telling you.
Right.
So what happened after college? What you end up doing?
Well, I was actually a teenage father at 18, right? Okay. So once I completed my studies and my eligibility basketball-wise, I had a lot of offers to go overseas to play ball. Okay. But back home, I had a baby girl. So, you know, back then, you know, we didn't have social media. Right. You know, we didn't have ways to be seen way back when. So my thought was, if I go overseas and play ball, then I can't see my child, I can't see my family. Right. So I had to think about it, man. And I took a long thought process. I spoke with my coach, I spoke with my family, and I made a decision just to go home and get a job.
Okay.
So I can raise my daughter. So after college, came home, got a job, started working with youth, and I've been doing that ever since. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So now you're working with youth, you got your
Mm-hmm.
daughter, and then how did you end up in the video swing? What got you to do that one?
Nice. Well, you know what? I always had a tremendous amount of love for music. And when I was in school, my best friend was from a place in New York called Long Island.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
In Long Island, my favorite group was EPMD.
Okay.
So when I met my best friend at the time, he told me he's from Long Island, from the same town as EPMD.
Okay.
I'm like, man, get out of here. You fronting. Stop playing. You know, I'm New York to the death, man. Stop fronting, right? Stop playing games with me. So long story short, as time went on, he was telling me the truth. So what happened was, as I speed through the story, in the early 90s, I started DJing.
Okay.
And my best friend, when he finished school, he went back home and was working for EPMD. So everything that he was learning from EPMD, as far as the music, the business component, how to manage the ins and outs of working for a record company, he would tell me, and he would take me along with him. So what happened was, started DJing, getting nice with it. I'm doing all the parties in my area, block parties, anything you could think of. I'm killing it. Started doing mixtapes. So this older guy was buying my tapes crazy. So he said to me, D-Mitch, this music so well, you should get a music video show. I'm like, what are you talking about? I never thought about television. I'm like,
right.
I'm from the hood. Like, what do you mean? How you get on TV, So I learned the process, go get an application, blase. So I did that. And at that time, I'm working for a foster care agency also. Okay. I had got laid off, right? Okay. I got laid off. So they gave me the mean severance package and unemployment. So my pockets was fat, right? Now, by this time, EPMD they broke up. So now Eric and my best friend name is Jeff, they moved to Atlanta. Jeff tried to get me to come to the A all the time, but I didn't really have time.
Right.
So I got laid off. So I said, boom, this is the perfect time. I went to Atlanta and I fell in love because it was different, bro. It was different.
Right.
I'm from the concrete jungle.
Right.
So I go down south, man, and whew, I can't even tell you what happened right now, bro. But it was phenomenal. So what happened was, remember I had sent in the application for the show about a year prior.
Right.
So while I'm in Atlanta, now I'm about to make a transition. I'm not going back to New York because Atlanta was like a whole new world.
Okay.
The hell with New York. I'm staying down south. So I'm checking my voicemail, and I had a message from the cable company about if you still want to do your show, you start, on this date and time, blase. I'm like, damn. So the guy who had encouraged me to even do it, we were going to be partners. Okay. So I don't want to leave him hanging. Right. So I came back home, still not knowing even how you even start the show.
Okay.
But I remember, because we didn't have any videos, we didn't have anything. Right. So I remember as a DJ, every Friday in New York, you would go to all the labels and they give you promotional records.
Right.
So I said, well, maybe they can do the same thing for videos. Okay. So we went to Bad Boy first.
Okay.
And then Bad Boy gave us a whole reel. And I was like, oh, okay, we in business now. And we had no clue, no idea. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. and we were going live. So we just said, here we go. Click. And it just, after about a year, it took off, man. And then my partner and I, we kind of went separate ways, but I kept it going. And then I started getting phone calls from the labels. We're hearing about you, you're doing good things. We about to go to Montego Bay, Jamaica. Do you want to go with us? And again, from the concrete jungle, never been nowhere before.
That's it. Yeah.
I'm on the airplane going to Jamaica. And when I saw that blue water for the first time, not that New York muddy water, but that that Caribbean blue water, I knew I had something.
Yeah.
So I just absorbed everything from that very first conference, which actually was it was How Can I Be Down?
Okay. Yeah.
In Montego Bay, and
yeah.
I just learned as much as I could. I came back home, and then the floodgates just opened, man. And then, you know, traveling and doing different things, I met you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now on that piece, man, like I say, it was crazy because you didn't come. Did you come to San Fran?
No.
In 99. No. See, I went, my first trip out was San Fran in 99, and I was out there with Tony Isabel, Monica.
Right.
When I met Mike Cole. I got a chance to meet the people who have been calling, because my main callers were Mike Cole, Mark King, Mark shoot, I can think Mark Weinstein,
Chaz, on our freelance.
Yeah, Chaz, from Atlanta. Oh shoot, I can't think of my name. Rochelle Cross. Yep, Rochelle Cross. Diane. Those who I was just getting called from in the beginning.
Yeah.
And they got me out there. So I'm out in San Fran, Rams just won a Super Bowl. So I'm meeting all them. I'm like, okay, cool, kicking it. When me and you met, was that Nashville or was that Miami?
It had to be, wow, I did both. So
right. I think Nashville was the first one though.
Probably Nashville.
Nashville.
Yeah.
We met in Nashville and we sitting there. It was me, you, Dwayne Randall, Dana. We was sitting there talking, and it was like, you were like, you like, and you said it. You was like, hey, look, you ever come to New York, let me know. I got you. I was like that. I was gonna come 3 times, and my daughter's mama decided that my baby was sick. And I was like, all right, I sick. And each time I stayed, that plane, as soon as the plane left, I'm over there. All right, girl, how you? Hey, daddy, ain't nothing wrong with this child. I said, okay,
wow.
I got you. But man, but I was like, no, Mitch say, when I come to New York, I'm hooked.
Yeah.
And no doubt. And I want to thank you, because even in that first meeting, you told me some stuff about dealing with the people in the industry on how to get flights and stuff taken care of. I'm like, because I was agreeing. I didn't know nothing. You like, yeah, okay. Now, are they taking care of UCP? I said, huh?
Right.
Are you getting the T-shirts? Not. Oh, wait a minute. I can get all that stuff. You're like, man, let me holler.
Yeah. Yo, see, for real, being here in New York, you know, around the labels and all the people, I learned so much. Yeah. And a closed mouth don't get fed. You know, so just being hungry, being aggressive, and paying attention, I realized this is here for us because we're doing a service for them.
That's it.
You understand? So then, you know, and then like the people you name, they're all good peoples.
Yeah.
They're all good people. And when I met Mike Cole here in New York, and every time Mike came into town to do press days, he would use the same hotel. He would block off different rooms, and like every room had whatever you wanted.
Yes, sir. Yes,
whatever you wanted is in that room. In that room. Look, if you want to blow it down, you go over there. If you want to drink, you go over there. But it was just so dope, man. And then when it got to the point where I was being flown on a regular basis, I was learning how to solicit my airfare.
Yes,
or
sir. Yeah.
my registration fee.
Yes, sir.
Or whatever was needed. I learned it, I understood it, and I just went with it.
Yeah, man. Like I say, you and Mark King, Pop, I call him Pop. Pop was always, hey, let me ask you a question. Who got you here? Because in Miami, we was on, and he was like, look here, remember who got you here. So it was like, I think, I want to say it was Diane who asked us to do an interview with somebody, and it was like, come on, do the interview. Pop talking about,
who got you here?
Who got you here? I'm like, nah, that wasn't. He said, all right, so you gonna roll with them or you gonna roll with me? All right, let's roll.
right. And that's only right. That's only right.
And I said, but again, I said the game then was, it was like I say, it was all about us being the way that they was getting their artists across. And like I said, and we learned from watching all y'all, from you, Nasty Nate, Dave Law, from watching y'all deal with, it was like, that's the conglomerate that you want to run with, to where me, Dwayne, Betty, Tony, we became the St. Louis conglomerate, so where you wasn't hitting St. Louis and we wasn't getting you. And if one of us was getting you, we always getting you.
All right, yeah. That's right.
But hold on, but dog, you know, it's about 40 of y'all.
You're right, but it's about presentation also. It's about presentation, it's about skill set, it's about production, and how you carry yourself.
Yes, sir.
So once the labels and the video reps began to see how you conducted yourself during the interviews, sometimes you don't have to be in the same room with those other 39 shows.
Yes, sir.
You might get a whole different day or a different venue.
Yeah.
And you know, I produced the hell out of my show. So I made sure that whatever footage I had, I'm gonna make it look crazy. Yes, so when I did present it to the labels and to the artists, they was like, damn, like son know his stuff.
Yeah.
So you're right. It was oversaturated, but it's how you brought it to the table.
Yeah, man. And like I say, it was, and like I say, regardless, it was a beautiful thing when we all came together from all parts. Like I say, I'm supposed to get with Bobby. Like when Bobby came from New Orleans. I mean, we got New Orleans. We got Shining from Chicago. We had Ed Bronson from Philly. I mean, we had a whole crew and became family, to where when we had one of them things, if we didn't see each other, it was like, hey, what Tyrone at? What somebody at? You know, it's like, hey, we was on it, and that was so beautiful, man. Because again, we were at a time where the video stuff was just getting live. Yeah, and I mean, some of them are, like I said, behind me on this wall. Some of them artists, Doc, we was banging them out before people was realizing that they was gonna be what they turned out to be.
That's a fact. That's a fact. We assisted in opening the doors for a lot of artists. We had a role to play, and like you had just mentioned, you know, we were a family. You know, we were not born together, but we all came together and we became one. So you're right. At every conference, we're asking, yo, the CP here? Where's Dana? Where's Dwayne? Bobby? So it made sense. We was all family. You're right.
And like I said, and again, it was the fact that even in the midst of that, we realized that what people don't realize to this day, for some reason, that all of us, it's 50, 60 of us, but everybody knew it was some money that everybody could make. It wasn't no cutting nobody's throat. It was like, dude, we all can eat. But as time went on, it like the game, the younger cats came in and the game was like, I'm cutting everybody. Why?
I can't speak on anyone else's pockets. And all I'm gonna say is, because it was just me with New Flavor Videos.
Right.
And once I became established, I know who the players were. I knew where the money was coming from. I knew how to open my mouth, how to shut my mouth. I knew how to show up and not show up. And next thing you know, every day my mailbox was packed with paper. That's all I'm gonna say. I was good. I was good, man. I was good. Go ahead.
And like I said, and again, though, it was the fact that, like I said, you wasn't counting nobody else's money, but also you was like, look here, I'm gonna drop this on you. Now, what you do with it? If you don't do nothing with it, like, hey, you can't say that Mitch ain't trying to help you, but yeah, here it is.
Right. It was real. I actually tell people back then, I was making so much money from the video circuit, I thought I was going to jail. Yo, CP at one point, especially when I became a multi-market program.
It
was, bro. When my show started hitting down south, I'm not gonna mention any labels. I ain't gonna throw nobody under the bus. All I'm gonna say is, a lot of times I would get I would get envelopes in the mail, cash. I'm like, yo, somebody setting me up, man. Yo, it was good times, man. It was good times.
Man, like I said, I mean, and going back, just thinking about it, man, really, we were on the cusp and opening doors. I mean, let's go back talking about to make them say, with Master P. That's how we met Mike Cole. And it was like, dude, it was family and we was in. It was like anything P was doing, y'all coming? Yeah, we coming.
Right.
Y'all gonna do? Yeah, we gonna do.
Right. Yo, speaking of Mike, I'm trying to cut you off.
That's cool.
I went to a conference in LA. I'm not sure which one it was. I'm not sure. But whoever went, Mike Cole took us to his house. And back then, Master P was killing the game.
Yeah, yeah.
And you see the plaques behind me, right?
Right.
Yo, I'm not lying. Yo, the Master P plaques.
Man.
Yo,
man.
You gotta see him in person.
Man.
I'm like, think of a church stained glass window. That was a plaque. And then Mike Cole's, Mike had about 1,000 of them joints, man.
And I say Monica got one of them. One of the plaques. I didn't get a Master P plaque, but Monica got one of the plaques, Doc. I was like, that is cold. And I'm like, wait a minute, man. Why I ain't get my plaque? He talking about, because your show does R&B and hip hop. Her show was doing just hip hop. I said, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. And then later on, I got the hookup jacket, film jacket. And then I happened to win the contest for they gave me my first cell phone from Master P, and they paid for it for a year. I'm like, wow, cool. But right. Like I said, hey, I was saying every time, but I'm like you, I was like making them say
Right. But see, that's how dope the game was back then.
Yes.
Like to receive those kind of items back then, I would come home and UPS, they dropping off TVs to my crib. And I'm like, how I get a TV?
Right.
It was CP, it was crazy. So you're right. The new school guys that's doing it now, they don't understand.
No.
They'll never get it. They'll never get it.
And like I said, but it was, and then again, it was the fact that even with that, it was a relationship built with those reps. Because like I said, I mean, I know you got it. May he rest in peace. But Mark Weinstein would send you some of the retardedest videos to just play it one time. It's like I didn't play it one time. Like, all right, Mark. Yeah, she's garbage. He's like, okay, I know she sucks, but just play it one time. I'm like, man, I can't just do this. Just play it one time. Like, okay.
Yeah, all he wanted you to do was report it. Just have it reported.
That was it. Just report it for me. Just report it for me. I mean,
that's it. Yeah.
And like you say, it's just, I mean, thinking back on that stuff, man. I mean, how I said with the Master P's and how we saw people like now, because you my boy. I know you know. Who is Titty Boy?
Oh, 2 Chainz. Yeah.
I mean, when he first got when the 2 Chainz piece kicked off, and he got, I'm saying like I've seen this brother somewhere. I know this cat. I'm like, hey man, that's Titty Boy. Wait, what the?
Right.
Okay, all right. They switched the names up and kicked off. Yeah. I mean, and then you had, like I said, the EPMD. We had even the point in time with the Wu-Tang. Have you watched the Wu-Tang thing on
Hulu?
On Hulu, watching the Wu-Tang piece, and when they got to the point where they got with Ruckus, I was like, oh man, I remember we got hoodies and hats and the pants, the Wu what? Yo,
I received so much clothing material, I could dress myself for a month in industry clothes.
That's it.
It's crazy.
Man, yeah. I mean, and like I said, and it was the fact, like you said, when you had a good show, they knew it. And they let you know that, hey, we appreciate what you're doing and we see your stuff rolling. Like I said, I went almost a whole year, didn't buy nothing. My mom talking about, how you getting all these clothes? A record label sitting.
Yeah.
I'm representing. We on the air, I'm wearing something, I'm representing. And they, hey, here you go.
Yeah. At one point, You know, I was sponsored by Lugs. I was sponsored by Fat Farm. Every conference, you may not realize it, but every conference, I was Fat Farmed out.
Yes, you were.
I was, yo, I was Fat Farmed out, man. That was such an amazing time, man.
And like I said, you cause I'm in Miami. In Miami, you had, it was the orange, blue, and white. I think hookup. It was hookup.
Yeah.
You was like, hey, bro, where you get that from? We ain't even seen that one yet. You like, oh, it's just a little something. Oh, that Negro bitch.
Yo, it would be. I think just being based here in New York with all the labels, and then like locking down every borough, and then being at a point where I knew production was important because I was a DJ.
Right.
So I would produce my show like I'm making a mixtape.
Gotcha.
Ask
you that.
From intro to outro, I made sure when my show came on, I don't want you to get up.
Yes,
because
sir.
the opening music is going to have you like, oh shit, D-Mitch coming on now.
D-Mitch coming.
So right. And then we would interview so many artists.
Yeah.
It's like, coming attraction. It'll tell you who's going to be on the show.
Right.
It might be me and Eminem. Like, where you going? You ain't going nowhere. It could be me and Eric Sermon. You ain't going nowhere. It could be me and whoever. So I made sure that production was tight, man.
And like I said, man, again, it was the fact of us not being in the same area, or what, I'm not seeing a bunch of the shows, because again, this was before social media.
Right.
This was before YouTube. Dude, do you realize that if YouTube was out then, Doc, we'd have been, it would have been crazier for us, Doc.
What you just said, I say that all the time, because I'm gonna speak for the both of us. The material that we're sitting on just in our basements, if we were to sit down and get a 3/4 deck or whatever else and edit some footage now, we will destroy social media. So they better be careful, because if I go on my archives and start killing the game, I'm gonna shoot everybody up.
Mitch, tell you the truth, I'm setting and I'm setting and feeling now, because I did a show when I first was starting this, just to mess around, and I showed some old stuff, Mitch. Then I got the stuff from YouTube about copyrights or whatever, and I'm like, how can I be copyright infringement when I'm on the show with the people who sent it to me? And that's all I can do. They just bag up and say, okay. Well, I ain't. Hey, all this stuff we got is when they sent it to us.
Right.
They were talking about, and that was the thing about it too, to where we wasn't recording nothing and putting it on the air with our stuff, and they had the BET logo in the bottom.
Right.
We had legit.
Right. That's a fact.